The disaster of the war for Belgium cannot be understated. Everyone in the Netherlands, from Amsterdam to Arnhem, from Groningen to Middelburg, is mourning. Mourning for the lives lost for essentially nothing, for a ceasefire, for a status quo, changing no borders, changing nothing. And everything due to the North German Empire, or North German Federation, more to the point, failing for once in its life. I'd never seen Germany fail. Oh, actually, I have seen Germany fail, mostly by my hands, but still, I've seen Germany fail. But why did they have to fail this time? They were poised to win, and they disappointed us. Anyway, welcome back to the Netherlands, a post-war Netherlands, here in Victoria 2, playing the historical project mod. And we have to look to the future. We cannot live in the past anymore. We cannot live and just think about the losses, think about the disasters. And some might say that this playthrough so far has been an utter disappointment, and I would probably be one to agree. But still, no. Instead, I will not agree. Because having setbacks, facing opposition and facing a challenge is more interesting than just cakewalking over everything. At least I would think so. So hopefully we can recover from this, and we will be back in Belgium. We will not let you go. We will not go quietly into the night. We will take you. We will take you down, and you will become part of, well, our nation, I suppose. Well, you can have Wallonia still. I only want Flanders. Anyway, we have colonization coming up fairly soon. It is 1861, so it will be... Wait, when does it actually start? Colonial negotiations is the last one we have left. 1880, so we have 19 years to go. I mean, that's not too bad. And in those 19 years, we have to get machine guns, economic responsibility, and naval logistics. All of them, well, within our grasp. Here we have gotten naval plans only, but we only have 2 more left here in culture to get to naval logistics. In commerce, however, to get economic responsibility, that will require quite a bit of an investment, but it will be worth it. I mean, diplomatic influence is always good, and the mining and farming output can also be put to use. So we should probably get to it fairly soon. We haven't really gone much into commerce, which is usually one of my favorite trees, but that's mostly due to us not having industrialized very much so far. But we will get on to that. We have everything else that we need. We needed prophylaxis against malaria, and we have gotten that quite a while ago. We also need mission to civilize, which is here in culture tree, in the state and government. There we go, mission to civilize, we have gotten that. So everything that is left is the one in breech loader rifles, which will unlock at 1880. But we'll get, you will almost get it instantly if you have gotten machine guns, economic responsibility, and naval logistics. So we will aim to get just that. First of all, we will try to kind of fix our economy, I suppose. We could get a lot more from the lower classes. Yeah, tax those peasants. But not only the peasants, tax the laborers and the farmers. Wait, that was not the peasants. And the craftsmen. Yeah, tax the craftsmen. Maybe, increase our military spending to max because we need some more soldiers. We kind of ran out of soldiers in the last war. We kind of heavily did that. Have they gotten back yet? Well, I assume they are underway. The army sent to help out is over here. It's en route. It's in Finisterre Bay. Okay, we will get there. Let's see here, in Java we did have our national focuses or foci, and they're doing very well. So far they have they've done their job. So we could switch them out and go for craftsmen here. We could definitely do that, increase our industry. That is not a bad idea. Increasing our industry further will be good for us. We cannot decide what to do with the industry ourselves, but so far they're doing not too bad. And with more workers, they can do much better. So, let's get started with time, and we will jump up to speed 3. While the economy stabilizes. Costa Rica defaults. Well, should we divert from our... The lazy Costa Ricans better pay their debts from now on. Well, we don't care. Oh, well, I don't care. We will forgive them, as per usual. It's our official stance, after all. And artillery got done, so we maybe should prepare here on the market functionality. Market functionality. We will go for it. We will have it. And we are earning a decent amount of money. 70% are getting their life needs partly fulfilled. Doesn't sound too good. Let's lower taxes to 95%. I'm a generous ruler after all. I will not tax them too much. I will not ask too much from my people. Only enough. Only enough. How can oh, they are trying to rejuvenate. I have a feeling that some of these will become undermanned fairly soon. This pop has 6.81k and can support 3 brigades, which maybe should have focused on getting a few more soldiers first. Perhaps that is a wiser option. Encourage soldiers in Holland and Zealand, and we will do that. Maybe getting some more soldiers that can help out. Actually lost some there. Come on, give them more soldiers. Holland is providing the most of them. And perhaps we should probably do the same in Java. Java is an excellent source of soldiers usually. And they have quite a few people in them. I mean, look at West Java, for example. It has 1.77 million, for heaven's sake. There should be more soldiers here. They are kind of divided though. I suppose in location and stuff like that, but otherwise there's quite a few soldiers here. So, well, how many can we recruit right now? Tokugawa victory. Wonderful, I suppose. The Shogunate Japan. Oh, the Shogunate won. That's, wasn't it supposed to be the Emperor that won? Anyway, I find it interesting that Heavenly Kingdom has established itself as an independent nation, apart from the King Empire. Sure, they have, they're fighting on who will have what, and China still has cores on their territory. But just the fact that they had to back off this long is interesting, and Guangdong kind of taking the opportunity to, well, separate themselves as well. And they're allied with Vietnam, which are having some issues with Shogunate Japan. Well, I did not expect that to happen. Commission a warship, that's good. We get almost a free warship. Reform the local government, sure, let's do that. We are all for doing all those kinds of things. Build the Suez Canal is an interesting and excellent proposal. We will try to influence Egypt as much as possible. Can we invest something in Egypt? We can. We can invest in railroads, and we will do just that. Is there anywhere else here in Egypt where we can invest in railroads? Or is our tech not high enough? What is our tech in railroads? It's the highest it can be. I'm assuming most of them is plagued by... Let's see, here there's some issues. I'm assuming that the desert cannot sustain it, which is why we can't build in most places. But we got some railroads done, which is wonderful. Here is one railroad as well we can do, and here in Suez. And that should give us an advantage to compare to everyone else. We've invested 31.3k and we are opposed. The French are cordial and the Brits are cordial, so we are running up to quite some opposition here, so we probably, improve our relations with them. Nation is on another continent, well, that's true for everyone. Total score of nation relative to our total score, well, that's pretty good. So we will just improve our relations until we have no negative there. This is still minus 5%. So we will improve that, and it should help. Come on. That should also help. It did! Wonderful! Wonderful, wonderful. So we should probably try to improve that even further. Business regulations is coming right up to improve our base influence capabilities. Money is just flowing into the coppers. I mean, not the coppers, but the coffers instead. Which is a wonderful news. Is anyone stupid enough to challenge us in Dahomey or whatever? No, Dahomey is safe. Sokoto Caliphate is safe. So how is it looking right now on our sphere of influence map mode? Well, we're lacking this area, which is, unsettled, so that makes sense. We are also working over here in Vari, was it? Yeah, we are working in Vari, but it's taking a while. Plus, I think Egypt is more important than Vari. Let's be honest. So if we can focus on Egypt, that will be much better. So right now we're getting, well, not enough. I want to improve my relations with them even further. So that's good, that's better. I like it. It's just going a bit too slow for my liking. We can increase opinion in Benin. We're increasing opinion everywhere. I suppose that's good. I mean, after all, we do want the coast here as well. So we do have a point in our work. Morocco is wonderful. Bambara Empire would be nice, and Dendi, but who would be silly enough to go for those areas? No one at the moment, so I consider them to be less important. At least for now. Ashanti, no one will. All the French are trying, but they won't get very far. Benin. Oh dear sweet Benin, we will wait with you. Or wait for you, I mean. We'll get you later, is what I'm trying to say. Now we have a positive relationship with Egypt, which means that we have 5% plus more now, other than a minus 25, whatever it was previously. The Oyo influence, wonderful. I mean, Oyo is over here, so that helps. Getting more influence with Oyo and getting better relations, so when we try to do this, it will be going wonderful. Okay, voting fraud. Liberals won fair and square. A bit more liberals, but after coming to think about it, perhaps not. Perhaps that wasn't the wisest decision I've ever made. But if we could just put there, and we need nitroglycerin, and we need iron steamers for it. Nitroglycerin. It's probably over here in inorganic chemistry or something like that. I don't remember exactly. There we go. There it is. So we need to get inorganic chemistry first before we can really grab the Suez Canal from Egypt. Let's see here, limited... Okay, sure, why not? We pushed through our first social reform to limited safety regulations. Which honestly, it doesn't do too much difference to me. It makes them cost a bit more, the factories. But it makes, it less interesting to immigrate away from me. And as bad as the war went with Italy on our side, our faithful ally Italy, I suppose you could call them faithful. At least they stayed with us and are still staying with us, unlike everyone else. They did manage somehow to come out of the war at a better hand than they were dealt with before the war. And it's kind of a trait of Italy, wouldn't you say? They come out of the war, like they don't really necessarily win the war, but they still win from the war, which is interesting. Or at least, in World War II case, they didn't really lose too much. In this case, they got Venetia from the Austro-Hungarians, and this is while losing against the French, and at least from the looks of it, Austro-Hungary as well. And here we have a fairly sizable liberal revolution. And I'm not too much of a big fan of revolutions anyway, so we should probably deal with it fast enough. Oh, Senussi. Well, I'm not really interested in all of you. Who are you fighting now, Senussi? War of Ottoman aggression. Well, they might as well. How many people living here anyway? 11,000. You can barely set up even one unit, let alone more than that. Okay, we will increase opinion, which will thankfully increase our, opinion. And now we are opposed, so I guess we went down to hostile even. Yeah, they must have had some sort of revolution, because now the Brits and the French are opposed, everyone is opposed, except for Shogunate Japan, which is neutral. But we're slowly climbing our way up in Egypt's favor. And somehow, we're now getting even less than we were before. Am I seeing that right, or am I missing something? How are we getting less? Is that, something that, their conservative party had something to do with, perhaps? Either way, well, we can just do what we can and keep it light and simple. Could justify war? Oh, well, we will not. And since that is seemingly taking some time, perhaps we can just try to slowly go for Vari and Benin as well. At the same time. We have good relations with them. And we also need to grab... Well, Benin... Oya. We can do them all at the same time, I think. It will take some time, but we have time. It's only been 2 years since we started this recording. And yeah, things will just go better. Especially now when we have even more diplomatic influence to play around with. So let's go behind the very expensive market regulations. So we can get that. And upon 1870 we can get economic responsibility, machine guns, and where was the last one? Yeah, naval logistics. So we can get all of them well before we need to. And then we can set up a navy to improve our ability. So Vari here we can increase our opinion with, so we are cordial now, so we just need 2 more. We need 150 influence in order to fully put them under our sphere. Do we have any... No, there was only in the Netherlands that happened, right? Nothing here? No, nothing here. But the army has now reached back. So we should probably weed out the remnants that are dead and then perhaps put down some more infantry, Javan infantry. Because I know they will be on the right place. And perhaps one in Malay as well. In the Dutch territories, we can actually get 5 more divisions. So we will first... Oh, source of the Nile. Wonderful. And plus our increasing standing with Egypt should probably help in that regard. We have a lot of Dutch reactionaries suddenly as part of our troops. And a lot of them are starting to become, how should I call it, undermanned of sorts. But maybe we should disband undermanned brigades. And it will be 1 hussar and 1 infantry that will be the most needed. So we will get those. Perhaps we should get rid of some of these reactionaries as well. So we can get 5 different units. So we should probably get rid of 2 here and 2 here. And you should probably be able to remake them as well. So let's go with 2 infantry. 2 infantry, you probably need a 3rd one. Okay, I've disbanded a bit too much. Anyway, we will get more units so we can replace them. There we go. And they will go to Amsterdam. Wonderful, wonderful news. Germany is recovering slowly, but France is the 3rd most powerful military on Earth. Behind United Kingdom, of course, and I assume King. No, the King Empire is doing awful. Goddamn awful. They're losing to Tibet. Somehow they're losing to Tibet. Let that sink in for a moment. Is the United States the most powerful? No, who the hell is the most powerful? United Kingdom. Oh, the United Kingdom is the most powerful. Who is the 2nd most powerful? Here's the 4th, here's the 3rd, here's the 8th. Oh, Austria-Hungary. This is a powerful alliance. It's not the Ottoman Empire either. Okay, I need some clarity in this. Who is the most powerful military in the world? And before I sort, I will give you 3 seconds to make an eternal guess. 3, 2, 1. Ready? Let's see. Heavenly Kingdom is the 2nd most powerful nation on Earth. Military speaking. Who could have thought that? Who guessed that? If anyone guessed that, I bet you're lying. God damn it. Heavenly Kingdom. 54 brigades. That's not even too much. I bet that United Kingdom has more than that. 204, well, of course they do. They were the most powerful. But I mean, Russia has 63. France has 75, yet Heavenly Kingdom is the 2nd most powerful? Why? Can I see a breakdown of that? Leaders, 54. Well, what kind of sucker leaders does France have then? Leaders, 69. I don't understand this. I don't understand the score. But we can improve our opinion here in Egypt now to neutral, which is good. Which is very, very good. Very, 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 very good. We should probably try to make some ships as well. I mean, we have been lagging behind on that. Requires naval port. Well, we can do some commerce raiders at least. Let's build 3 in Europe. And then, you know, some in Asia. They don't take too much, they don't cost too much, they're alright. And we probably need to get... Requires naval port... Oh, yeah, we need to unlock them. Of course we do. So after market regulations, we will go and unlock the new ships. New ship types, at least. And what kind of rebel factions are we dealing with here? The Dutch reactionaries are somewhat strong. I don't wonder why the hell they're mad at me. Well, our militancy is quite high. Is there anything we can do? We can enact 2-year draft. That's well, less useful than what we have now. Mobilization impact. I mean, sure, we could do that, but is that really what they want? Is that really what the Dutch reactionaries want? They're probably mad due to the limited safety regulations. It's like, no, we don't want to be safe at work. What the hell? Roll back those reforms. I want to be able to die when operating dangerous equipment. Baden and Württemberg are the only ones left before the German Empire forms. That's scary. Well, I guess that they need Alsace-Lorraine in order to really be able to form it, but still. Ottoman Africa and Libya is starting to look, well, like Libya. Unsurprisingly.